Hello, and welcome to this another session on Docker. We'll be discussing about registry, which is one of the important concepts of Docker. Now we have heard a lot about Docker Hub. We have been pulling a lot of images from Docker Hub. We have been pushing also in the last few sessions. We have seen how we can push our new customized image to Docker Hub. Okay, and then post that we can also pull that our own customized image to our local machine. Right. So Docker pull Ubuntu is the command which we actually write when we try to, pull an image like Ubuntu from Docker Hub to our local machine. But what exactly is being run in backend is Docker pull docker.io/library/Ubuntu. This is the full command that which is being executed, but Docker pull Ubuntu is a shortcut. So now let's try to go in a hypothetical situation where you are unable to connect to internet, you are unable to connect to web. Okay, but you at the same time you also want to do some modifications in one of your customized image, okay, which you have pushed it to Docker Hub. Okay, now you are kind of in a fix because you cannot do anything. You unless and until you are not connected to the web, you won't be able to pull that specific customized image or any of the base image and then start working on it. Let's try to quickly see an example. Um Sorry, this clear. Okay, Docker images. Okay, so this Docker image or my new push try. This is one of the customized image which we created and we have also pushed it in Docker Hub. If you see here in the repositories, you see this is an image which we pushed and it is available right now. So if I remove this under this, okay, I've removed this, sorry, I've removed this image so it does not exist in my local machine anymore. Okay, and if I want, but now if I want to get this back, sorry, Docker pull, okay, I want this specific image back in my local machine. I've run Docker pull command. It is doing the same thing. It went to the Docker Hub. It found my in my local repository in my repository this specific image and it pulled it back and now I have it. I have this image back in my machine locally. But if there wasn't, if I was unable to connect to web, I won't be able to pull it back, this specific image. So if I won't be able to pull it back, I won't be able to do any modifications. So in order to get rid of this problem, Docker has provided an official image of registry itself, which is a stateless, highly scalable server-side application that stores and also lets you to distribute Docker images. Now, a lot of technical stuff. Let's try to break it down. We'll very first try to pull this registry in our local machine, and so that in once this registry is pulled, we will try to run the container and then we'll try to start pushing some of our images to that specific registry. Okay, but before that, let's try to see how many. You can see there are a lot of Docker file links, meaning there are two versions which are available right now for this for the Docker file of registry. Also, if you see read the definition, it says this image contains an implementation of the Docker registry HTTP API v2 for use with Docker 1.6 plus versions. Okay, so now the image is in our machine. Okay, so this Docker registry image is locally available in our machine. Now we need to bring this image into a running instance. We need to bring up the container of registry so that we can start pushing image to this registry, and then we can also pull it back. So this is the command which which will help you to run this, bring up this registry. So Docker run, we know what Docker run does. It actually spins up an instance of image and brings up a container. Dash D is the detached mode. That is when we want to run any container in background, we use dash D. Dash P is port. So a lot of containers will have an exposed port only on which we can connect and then use that specific container. So 5000, so in here the right hand side part is the port of the container which has been exposed, and the left hand side is the port of our local machine container. Now there will be a lot of questions. A lot of people might be asking why only 5000 is being used for this specific registry image, and not 4000 or 8080 or any of the such other ports. So in order to answer that, you can directly go in any of the Docker files. So if you click this, you will be redirected to this part of the script of this Docker file, where you can clearly see that 5000 is the exposed port for this registry container, registry image. Okay, so this is so that is the reason we are using the command is using 5000 as the containers expose port, the image export port, and 5000 is the other five. This left hand side is our local machines 5000 port, which we are mapping it to 5000 so that our local machine starts gets connected to the running instance of this registry image. And then we are giving registry instead of registry, we can give order reg. Okay, instance, that will be the name of my container, and then registry is the image name, and 2 is the version or the tag ID that we are using. Okay, so we saw here that the version 2 was latest, so that was the reason we use registry 2 as the latest. Okay, so now if we go to docker ps, okay, we see that the registry with order reg is up and running fine. Okay, so now we will try to let's try to see how this registry actually works, and how can we push an image to this registry. So um, in docker pull image, docker images. So we have Ubuntu. I already have Ubuntu in my local machine. So if I try to docker pull Ubuntu, it will. Let's try to docker pull Ubuntu as it is already there in my and it is trying to pull Ubuntu latest. So I also have Ubuntu latest available in my local machine. So it won't go to Docker Hub. It will directly say that okay, it is already image up to date for Ubuntu latest. So the Docker pull image is available. Now we will try to we'll try to tag this Ubuntu with our local host. Okay, if you want, you can give version as well. If I'm not giving, it will take as okay. So now you see here, this is in here. What we actually did is we have mapped, we have tagged this specific image, uh, which is now pointing to our registry, and our registry was on port 5000 of our local machine, which is our local host. So this is local host colon port of the expose to which we have connected here. Uh, yeah, 5000. Okay, and this is my image name or my repository name. So we have right now tagged the image so that it is pointing to our registry. Now let's try to push this. Docker push localhost first image, and you can see that we have started pushing this image to our local repository, and it is pushed. Now if I see Docker, this has been pushed. Now let's try to pull this image. Okay, so it says that it's already there, because of which it's unable to pull. Let's try to remove this. Okay, we have removed. It's no more available. Now we try to localhost 5000, my first image. Okay, and you see Docker. You see my image is back, and it was so quick. It because it doesn't have to go to Docker hub, try to search for that image and then pull it back to our local machine. It is available in the container, in my registry container, which is up and running. So it is mapped to this container, and this container is taking care of all the, if of all, I will take care of all the image whichever I'll try to push it in this. So unless and until this specific container is up and running, I can push n number of images. I can delete them, I can remove them, and then I can pull it back, and it will get directly will be directly downloaded in my local machine. So that's how you can use this registry, one container, and we are good to you're good to pull or push any number of images. Now let's try to quickly see what are the uses of this registry. So initially, CI/CD system, it's a great solution for CI/CD for CI/CD implementation, because in a typical workflow, I'm not really sure if how many people are aware about CI/CD, but in a typical workflow, a commit to your source revision control system will trigger a build on your CI system, which should put a new image to your registry if the build is successful. So it really works fine. If you can implement this, you can integrate this registry with your CI/CD system. Also, it's super easy to deploy any new image over a large cluster of machine, because as I said, it's already there in your local machine, and the orchestration becomes really easy, and distribution of images inside an isolator is also very easy, and it's the best way. So that's it for registry. Thank you. Let's visit in next session.